Welcome to Barefoot in America. We're filming today from the Saguaro National Park, the East Park in Tucson, Arizona. So excited to be amongst these beautiful cacti, the saguaro behind me, prickly pear all around, cholla and other cactus out here. And today we're gonna start seated and we'll get up to standing eventually. So find a nice comfortable seat, put a blanket or block underneath your buttocks so that you can sit up with more rise, and find easy cross-legged posture, Sukhasana. And just take a moment. You know, we always start in these positions so that we can really get centered and present in this very moment. So any distractions that have been going on in your life, leave those behind. You'll get to what you need to get to in due time. Right now, be fully present on your mat for your yoga practice. Sit nice and tall. Start taking some deep cleansing breaths. Leave the past behind you. Know that the future is unknown, and just be here now. Bring hands to heart center and connect into this very moment as you close your eyes. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Open your eyes, bring your hands back to your knees, just starting with some simple Sufi circles. We're going to just take our torso to one side, forward to the other side and back, doing your best to create this circular rhythmical motion with your body. And then linking in breath, inhaling and exhaling. Just give yourself a moment to do the Sufi grind, loosening up your spine, loosening up your body, creating a little heat, bringing energy up the central channel of the spine, the Sushumna, this beautiful golden rod. Just a few more moments of Sufi circles in this direction, and then prepare and switch your direction, taking the Sufi grind in the other way, creating some warmth in our bodies, some fluidity. We're meant to be these fluid flowing beings. So we want to release the tightness and the stiffness, find strength, stability, and balance. I'm going to incorporate those concepts today. Pause in the center and come on over to all fours, hands and knees. Shift your way so that the hands are under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. Make your knees as wide as your mat. Big toe knuckles touch. Sit back to child's pose. Hips and knees bend to where you can go. If you aren't super flexible, you might even put a block under your forehead. If you can get there, the goal is for the third eye to rest on the mat. Melting your heart towards the mat. Extending the arms out in front of you at first. Hands root to the mat. Inhale back up to all fours. Bring your knees back together. Tuck your toes. Push to a downward dog. Press down and forward in the hands. Hips lift up and back. Knees slightly bent, getting as much length in your spine as you can, and just letting your head relax. Take a moment to walk the dog, bending one knee, straightening it, bending the other knee. Go back and forth a couple times, walk the dog. Pause in the center, bend your hips and knees to set them back down, sit back to child's pose. We're going to take Salabhasana Seal. For those who need a little extra support, a block under the forehead is great. If the flexibility and strength is there, head to the mat. Hands come behind your back. Take a moment to just feel yourself there. On your next inhale, Inhale, raise the arms up and overhead. Come up tall to tall kneeling. Reach for the sky. Exhale, hands come behind the back. Bow back down. And that's where the block can be a great tool if you need that support. Inhale it up again. Exhale, bow it back down. Inhale it up. Exhale, bow back down. You're doing great. Inhale it up. Exhale, bow back down. Taking just a few more cycles. Really take a moment to flow with your breath. Don't even worry about the timing matching mine. It could, but more importantly, do it at your pace. Yoga is all about getting in touch with you and what your mind, body, and spirit need in any given moment. Practicing the law of ahisma, to do no harm to yourself or any sentient being. And our last round, staying up tall in tall kneeling. Pause here, bring your hands to your hips. Hands resting right where the hips and the buttocks meet. Get your knees centered right underneath you. Inhale, press your pelvis forward slightly, lift your heart. Take camel pose. Exhale, back upright. Inhale to camel. Exhale, back upright. Inhale to camel. Exhale, back up. Bow down, pause in child's pose again. And if you'd like, come on up to all fours, tuck your toes. Take another downward dog. This time in downward dog, inhale up to your tiptoes and descend the heels back to the earth. Inhale up to your tiptoes, descending the heels back to the earth. A couple more times. Keep in mind the spine is still really long and straight, and maybe you need that micro bend in your knees. I know that I typically do. Pause, lower down, find child's, hands behind your back. Inhale up with Salabhasana Seal. Exhale the arms out in front of you to a 90-degree angle, like you're reaching your hands out in front of you. Pull your shoulder blades down and back slightly. Inhale the right arm up overhead and see if you can touch your right heel. Inhale it back up and over. Left side inhales up and over and see if you can touch your left heel. And bring it back up. Inhale, right arm up and over. Pause and return it back. Inhale, left arm up and over. Take the pause and bring it back. One more each side. Beautiful. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Simply reach up. Exhale, bow back down to the earth. Pause in child's or tuck your toes. Take one more downward dog. This time in downward dog, to make it dynamic, bend your hips and knees really, really deeply so the belly kind of rests on the thighs, holding your spine nice and long, and then slowly straighten your legs back out. And then bend your hips and knees really, really, really deeply and straighten the legs back out. Take a few more rounds of just kind of this pumping action of your legs. Hip and knee flexion into some extension. One last time. Lower to your knees. Find child's pose, hands behind your back. Salabhasana Seal. Inhale, it lifts us up. Exhale, hands to your hip. Bring your left foot forward for a low lunge. Pause here. Sink in to your left knee. Inhale, float the right arm up. Feel the length you're creating in the whole right side of your body. Take a moment to pull in the low belly, feeling the quad hip flexor getting a stretch. And then inhale your left arm up as well. And bring your right hand back to your heel. A variation of Cosmic Dancer. Right arm inhales back up. Exhale, both hands to your hips. Bring your left leg back down to meet your right, and bring your right foot forward. Inhale the left arm up as you're sinking into your right knee. Pull in the low belly. Feel that long line on the left side. Stretching it out. Sinking deeper. Being aware with breath. Right arm inhales, lifts to meet it. Lifting with your right arm. Take your left hand back to your left heel. Center yourself. Lift your heart. The variation of Cosmic Dancer. Left arm inhales back up. Exhale, hands to hips. Bring your right leg down to meet your left. Bow down to child's pose. Hands come behind your back. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to hips. Left foot comes forward. And see if you have the strength in your left leg to rise without using your hands. And if you need a block or something, do so. But if the strength is there, simply come to standing. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Take a forward fold. Let it all hang out. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. Giant step your left foot back and kneel on the left knee. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, hands to hips. And again, seeing if you have the strength in your right leg to simply come into standing. If not, use the props. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Pause at the top in volcano. Pull in your low belly. Lift your heart, extend your back a little bit more. Exhale, hands to heart. Set your right hand in front of you like you're carrying a tray. And now turn that tray out to the side. Keeping the palm up, lower the hand at your side and see if you can grab your right foot. If you need a chair or a couch or something to hang on to, move to that place. Inhale, the left arm up to the sky. Pause right here if that's enough. If you want to go deeper, the right foot presses into the hand. The body starts to hinge forward, but only as far forward with the torso as the leg lifts behind you. Taking Cosmic Dancer. Pause, breathe, hold. Inhale it back to center. With grace, lower the right foot down, left arm down, pausing in the center. Inhale your arms up again. Reach long in volcano, pull in the low belly, lift the heart, arch back a bit. Exhale, hands to heart. Left hand forward like you're carrying a tray. Turn the left hand out to the side. Drop the hand, grab your left foot. Pause here. And if you need that support of the furniture, take a moment to find something to hang on to. Right arm lifts to the sky, creating that straight line with the body. And if you want more, left foot starts pressing into the hand. And as the left leg lifts, the body can hinge forward from the right hip joint. Balancing, lengthening, finding your strength, balance and stability. Breathing deeply, remaining fluid in your shape. And find your way back to center, lowering the leg and the arm. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Take a forward fold. Pause in the forward fold. Take a few breaths. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk your feet back to downward dog or all fours. Rest in child or downward dog. One last time. Lower the knees to your mat. Crisscross your ankles. Have a seat. Lie down on your back. We're just going to take a pause in Supta Baddha Konasana. So lying on your back, bend your knees with your feet flat and let the knees fall open. If you like the support of blocks, take a moment to grab your blocks to support your knees. Hands could be on the belly or behind your head, resting. Take 10 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale and exhale. 9 more. 8 more. 7 more. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Deep cleansing breath. Close your legs, squeeze the knees together. Extend your legs out on the mat, arms resting at your side. Final resting posture, Savasana. Remain lying on your back for a bit. I'm going to sit up to talk you through the final meditation. And just give yourself a minute of stillness here. Feel your body start to soften into the earth beneath you. Trust Mother Earth and her gravitational force to hold you and to support you. And each moment getting a little softer, a little more settled. Stay in Savasana as long as you like. I'm going to end the practice shortly, so if you want to end with me, you can take a deep cleansing breath and start to awaken your body. And if you prefer to stay in Savasana, I fully support that. Eventually, wiggle your fingers, toes, bend your hips, your knees, and roll to your side. And from side lying, flow like water back up to a nice comfortable seated position, sitting cross-legged on your mat. Return hands to Anjali Mudra in your heart center and reconnect with your own personal intention. Remember to be in each moment of the day. Do your best to let go of those things of your past that create worry in the future. Do your best to be fully alive and ever present, experiencing each moment of the day for what it is. And I am so grateful for you joining me on the mat today. Each practice ends with the word namaste, simply put, means the place of divine light and truth in me, honors the place of divine light and truth in you, where we are all one. Namaste.